The Airport Book, written and illustrated by Lisa Brown.
Keep your eyes and ears open, because when you see this, that means there's a question coming. So be sure to have a pen, pencil, paper, and it's okay to pause the video while you answer the question. These questions are just to test how good of a listener you are. So, are you ready?
When you go to the airport, you can take a car, a van, a bus, or even a train. Sometimes we take a taxi cab.
You drive on the highway to where the ground is really flat.
There are lots of people saying lots of goodbyes. Sometimes they hug, sometimes they cry. They have big bags on wheels and smaller bags on their shoulders and backs. Sometimes you can tell exactly what is packed inside the bags. Sometimes it is a mystery.
Inside the airport, you stand in lines. You stand in lines to get your ticket. You stand in lines to check your bags. There are lines for the restrooms. There are lines to go through security.
Okay, guys, here's your first question. What are the 5 forms of transportation mentioned that you can take to go to the airport?
A machine x-rays all the bags that you take on the plane. Sometimes another machine x-rays your body. You will also take that with you on the plane. Little sisters cry when they go through the scanner.
There are different lines you have to stand in while in the airport. Can you remember 2 of the 4 that were mentioned? If you mentioned all 4, even better.
You walk past benches and shops and restaurants and art exhibits. It's like a little indoor town. Sometimes there are small beeping cars driving through the town. Beep, beep, beep. Sometimes the sidewalks and staircases move by themselves. You have to hold your little sister's hand tight or she could get lost.
When you reach your gate, you wait and wait and wait and wait. Outside people are getting the plane ready. They're checking that everything is working and safe and clean and ready to fly. Things are loaded onto the plane. Gas is put into the fuel tanks. Food is put into the galley. Luggage is put into the cargo hold. The crew put themselves on board and take their places.
Now the passengers can board. You wait until your group is called. Then walk down the jetway. It looks like an accordion.
You squeeze into your seat. Some bags go on top, some bags go underneath. You have to make sure that you have all your books and papers and music and games and toys before the plane takes off.
Okay, so far so good. Here's question number 3. What were the people outside getting the plane ready checking for? You listen quietly to the safety announcements. You stow your tray table. You buckle your seatbelt tight across your lap. A flight attendant walks up and down the aisle pushing a cart. Sometimes you get something to drink. Sometimes you get something to eat. Sometimes there is a movie to watch. Sometimes there are people to talk to.
Sometimes the plane is bouncy, but most of the time it's smooth. Outside there are clouds and clouds and clouds.
When the plane lands, you collect all of your things, you say goodbye to the crew, and go to the baggage carousel to find your bags you checked.
Woohoo! I'm ready to get on that plane. Let's go. Not so fast. Question number 4. What do you wait for before walking down the jetway?
The bags travel around in a circle. When you see your bag, you pull it off fast. You have to make sure that your bag is really your bag.
Outside, there's lots of people saying lots of hellos. Sometimes they hug, sometimes they cry. Then everybody leaves.
When you leave the airport, you can take a car, a van, a bus, or even a train. We're taking Grandpa's car. And then you do everything all over again in the other direction when it's time to go back home.
Guys, this is the last question. Question number 5. But before I get to that, I would really love to see what your answers are. Feel free to post them on the comments below, or maybe even take a picture of your answers and send them to me. All right, here's question number 5. What should you do when you pick up your bag? Well, that's the end of the story. How'd you do with those questions? Well, good job for trying. This was Dave's story time, and I thank you for joining. Remember, if you like this video, be sure to tell Mom and Dad to like this video. And also tell them to go ahead and subscribe so you can see more of my videos. Until next time, bye!